Uh, let's wrap up with some wrestling. Well, we'll get the old guy and guy too, but let's wrap up with some wrestling. Um, the elephant in the room, I guess, is the fact that probably I don't know what he was ranked, but I think he was like one of the best wrestlers in the country, pound for pound. Uh, will wrestle as a 9 seed. And that's of course is Carter Shirogi. Sirachi. I don't know why I said Stroke. Sirachi. Um, and I don't know. I mean, again, I don't pay attention to wrestling that much enough, but it just kind of felt laughable that the guy, he hasn't lost a belt in what, 2 years? And then he also, I don't think he had that many, like, I don't think he was taken down that many times, right? This season. I think Aaron Brooks maybe was like the only wrestler with fewer being taken downs. I don't know what the
Well, I
proper
think
term is
from
there.
what part of it is they came up with a format, right? Like if you're not a conference champ and you haven't wrestled X number of bouts, you can't be more than you're going to be outside the top eight, right? And that's where he fell because he had the schedule limited a little bit and he wasn't the conference champ on the mat. So I guess 9 was as high as he could be in terms of the new format. Does it feel right? No, probably not. But at the same time, line him up and tell me when to wrestle him, right? Like I haven't
Yeah.
heard him bitch about it. I don't know that Kale has said anything. You hear media, you hear fans, and I guess that's what's interesting for both the media. Well, less so the media than the fans, because the media's job is just to kind of tell you what's happening and call it down the middle. If you're a fan, you think your guy's the best. Okay, line him up and let me see me wrestle him. You disrespected me. Oh, okay. Here, go out and you know and I don't feel bad for the sport in terms of who he's going to get in the quarterfinals or semifinals or whatever else. That's just how it felt. Like I don't know what you're going to do about it. And if he was really good and if he's really good on his game, it may not matter who he gets when he gets him. So it doesn't matter if he sees him in the semis or finals. So
He's gonna have to go through him at some point. Yeah.
right,
I
exactly.
I think that's a fair way to look at it. It's just as an outsider looking at it, knowing what I know about him, and then seeing that he's a 9 seed is just weird. It's
He's
weird.
got a TV commercial that I must have missed or just started in
Oh, really? I
rotation.
missed that.
Car dealer, Blaze Alexander up here, hi, this is Carter Strachey, and that's it. And then they go into the voiceover for all the other stuff. So it's not as engaged as Julian Fleming beating up a car or rolling over the car. But clearly somebody had him ready to go when postseason came.
Um, 4 other 1 seeds. You've got Braden Davis, Levi Haynes, Aaron Brooks, and then Greg Kerfleet. I I think I am particularly interested as somebody that lives in Maryland and particularly interested in the Aaron Brooks kind of scenario and hoping to see him kind of achieve. And it's honestly mainly because like our neighbors, they wrestle and they like came over one day. He was like selling me something. He's like, "Oh, did you go to Penn State?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, do you know who Aaron Brooks is? He's amazing." And I was like, "Yeah, I do know who he is." And yeah, he is amazing. And it's like, like I hope Aaron Brooks knows that like he's being a positive influence for kids in this area. So, you know, objectively caring a little bit more about that. Um, I I I just am interested. Like I feel like I hate to say it, but I do feel like there's going to be a plot twist or something that's going to come, and we're not going to necessarily see it coming. I think that's going to damper the whole tournament, the whole championship. But
Wow, were you looking at your crystal ball over
I
lunch or
just,
something? Or
I don't know. It's just like everything has felt too good to be true about this team, and maybe we'll be wrong. Maybe that's what we'll discover at the
it'd
end
be
of
interesting
this.
to see if Big Ten's revealed the the more driven side of freshman Braden Davis, right? Like, because it just felt like maybe that's when it clicked of getting 2 wins that probably should have been losses during the regular season that people talked about. He finally was like, screw it, here's who I am, and doesn't matter, I'm going to beat you, kind of thing. And that's kind of we talked about his post match interview the other week. So I think that'll be fun to watch. And if that's got to be ironic if 25 was a weight where Penn State won a national championship
Yeah,
and something else didn't happen that they were expecting, like that would be the height of irony. So, and that's what makes it fun. I mean, wrestling is, nobody's, I mean, Penn State's got a couple dominant guys, but even some of its other top ranked guys they pulled out wins, they've done some stuff, it's close. And that's what makes it fun to watch.
yeah. I'm eager. I think would be a good way to describe my emotions heading towards this
Nice.
weekend. Anything else about wrestling? Anything else about?
Will you be streaming, watching,
I
listening?
will be paying attention. We have a wedding on Saturday, so we'll see what
Okay.
time we get back.
Okay.
So be paying attention though. Maybe I'll record it and watch it back in the morning and just try to avoid social media for 24
Good luck
hours.
with that. Yeah, great.
Yeah, thank you. I'm certain that my podcast co-host won't text me 17 times. During
I'll tell him
any
leave
of
you
the
alone.
bouts. Okay, great.